Okay, kids, say hi. Say hi.
We're on? Okay.
We're on.
Hi.
Hi. Happy Wine Wednesday. We're just having a little, mother-daughter
Fight.
Like, what is wrong with you fight?
Do you want me to go alphabetically or chronologically? Because I can do both.
I know you can. So I hope that everybody has had a great week. It's been full of interesting things here. Let me do my technical thing so I can see who's here and say hi.
That little thingy involving the computer that frustrates us so much.
Sometimes when it doesn't work right, for sure. But let's see. Maybe the Facebook gods will be nice to us.
Yep. I saw it.
Well,
I just
hang
saw
on.
it.
I know, but now I have to open it and see what it will actually do. No, don't freeze. Don't freeze. Hi, Linda. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Brandy.
Amanda.
Amanda says we're bonding. See, she's right. She knows.
We've been bonding for
many
over
years
20
now.
years now.
Yeah, I know. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, hey, there we go. It might have worked. So, yay. Hi, Jen. Let's see. Okay, I can see you guys now. Hi, Brittany. So,
Erin, hi.
Hope everybody... Oh, Erin from Australia.
Wow.
How are you doing? I don't even know what time. It's morning. No. Afternoon? Heck, crap. I don't remember what time it is for you. You'll have to tell me.
I've been thinking about Australia
Hi,
all
Jenna.
the time. I've been thinking about Australia, and I'm just like, it's so pretty there.
You just think there's hot guys.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I know. I saw a YouTube video today of some Aussie dude who was thanking people for contributing to his fundraiser to help fund orphanages in Africa. And he was thanking some of his best donors by taking them bungee jumping. And yeah.
Oh, that would be a lot of fun.
Okay, Erin says it's just after 1 p.m. here. Okay, so I wasn't totally off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jenna says she's supposed to be working and editing, and we won't tell that you're here. Nobody knows at all.
No one knows that Jenna Jacob is on the broadcast. Oh, was I too loud? I'm so sorry.
I know you weren't. Okay, so she's like, no. So I just wanted to first of all say thank you guys so much to everybody for all your awesome birthday wishes. I wish that I could get back to you, every single one of you, individually. Unfortunately, I have heard through the grapevine that when you do, it puts you in Facebook jail. So I liked a few people, and I need to come out and thank you all collectively, because like I said, otherwise I won't be able to post. Facebook is funny that way. It's like, want all the comments, but then don't let anybody think, okay, whatever. I'm looking for Facebook logic, and I don't think there is any. Hi, Allison. Hi, Casey. Hi, Beth. Hi, Kimmy. There's just, you guys are filing in. That's awesome. We're always happy to see you on a Wednesday. So let's see what else. We are officially not only back to the gym since a 3-month hiatus. We're back to Weight Watchers too. It's been, we have not had a single week since October where we haven't either had company, travel, sickness, a holiday, or several of the above. So this is, we're finally at liberty to get back on track, and I'm super excited. And shout out to my trainer, who I know is not watching, thank God. I won't even tell you how sore I am, so... Okay.
Yeah. that's just me in my head, but I'm nicer about it though.
You are nicer. That's
Even
because I raised a nice person.
He beats the shit out of me every Wednesday and
really
Friday,
does.
but it's totally worth it.
It's fine. It's so good. Hi, Chrissy. I'm glad you caught us too. Hi, Carly. Hi, Kara. Lena, good to see you. Hi, Carrie. I'm Susan. I'm trying not to miss anybody, but I know I will. It gets to where it scrolls fast, y'all. So, I want to know who else was silly enough to get up this morning to watch the new blood moon lunar eclipse, whatever it was called, I don't even know. So I got up, which was dumb because I didn't go to bed until almost midnight, and then I woke up at 5:45, and I got up and I thought, okay, if it's the first time in 150 years, I'm going to go catch this thing. So I bundle up, and William says to me, where are you going? It's not, there's no thing as a sunrise anywhere near in our future. And I was like, I have to go see this. See, a lot of people said it was too cloudy where they were. Hi, Delane. And I went out there. It was clear as a bell, and I tried, y'all, to take so many pictures. And I realized very quickly that anybody who got a good picture of this sucker, like the detail of it. If you got it on an iPhone, I want to know how you did it, because holy crap, I tried for 30 minutes to take a decent picture and they all look terrible. I'll show you some later. Like they all look, there's one that's kind of interesting, but it just looks like a bright moon. It doesn't even look like an eclipse. Like, I don't know.
It's the thought that counts.
I did. She was up toward the tail end, and I'm like, here, put on a back robe, find some shoes. We're going to go outside.
I was only up because I had to get up at the ass crack of dawn for an 8 a.m. class.
Yeah, that you chose.
I chose because I had no other choice.
But you did get to see a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
I made her go out in the front yard.
Hi, Savanya.
Hi, Savanya. Let's see. No, I like sleeping too. Honestly, I knew that there would be a really pretty feed. Like I saw one from Griffith Observatory, which is in Burbank, close to where I grew up. So I could have just watched that, but I did in fact go outside and got, Catherine, eclipse fail. That's, even though I was out there, I felt like I was eclipse fail because I could not get a decent picture of it. So that was, and I was like, first time in 100, since 1866. I'm like, so clearly I'm never going to see this in my life. You probably won't even see this again in your life.
No, that was one time and one time only.
Yeah, so you were driving to work, Susan. Could you see it from the car? Was it too far, like, up above your windshield? I'm always curious, because I knew, and I saw some people on an airplane. I was like, I wonder if they had, like, a great view, or... Hi, Debbie. How are you?
Well, I have to say...
Oh, you did finally find it, Amanda. Yay!
Hi, Debbie. I had to say, the moon tonight is really pretty.
It's supposed to be, like, brighter.
It's brighter and it's very big.
It's going to seem like
low.
It's bigger, yeah. So anyway, it was too high. I wondered about that. So anyway, I did go... made my kiddos go bonker. What's so funny? Somebody else I saw on Facebook was saying it was making their pets act weird. So I thought, it's like a new moon or a full moon on steroids, I guess. So anyway, looks like a giant sugar cookie. Only you would equate that to food, Shannon. I appreciate that. Sugar cookies.
I was craving donuts today, but now that you brought up sugar cookies, Shannon, thank you, by the way. Ooh, that sounds really good.
It does sound really good, I know. But none of that for us. Oh,
darn.
Okay, William just put up a super blue blood moon guide. You can see it in one of the comments and click on that. I'm sure it will show you a picture that's way better than any I tried to take because I almost threw my phone in frustration. Okay. Your pets are already weird, Kimmy. I think that Floyd and Fiona are too, but they've been particularly jumpy the last couple days.
Yeah, they've been...
Floyd fell asleep with you today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. So, I'm like, because I have an 8 a.m. class, I usually don't get a whole bunch of sleep. So, after one class, I'm able to go home and, try to...
She comes home and takes a nap,
Takes a nap. I come home and take a nap. And Floyd, especially in the afternoons, loves to spend time with me. And so, he came into my room. He didn't just want to be on the bed. He wanted to be under the covers on the bed.
Right, with her.
With me. So he cuddles with me, I'm like, here I am, on the bed. This is him, on my side. And he's like, hey. And then after maybe an hour or two, we just slept next to each other, and he was purring, and I could feel him purring.
You want to say hi, Fiona?
Hi, baby.
You're a good girl.
Are you trying to steal the show?
She is trying to steal the show, aren't you, baby girl? I've got things on your perch. That's the problem. She wants her perch back.
Baby girl.
And I've got... Okay, she might be able to come back over here if she wants to now. Next time she comes around the room. Because she does this. She circles the room all the time. And then she wants to get on her perch. Hi, Stephanie.
She's like, kitty.
Hi, Jennifer.
Who doesn't love kitties?
I love my kitties. So anyway, and so Floyd, at one point they both fell asleep and Floyd's all purring. No, and it's really cute.
It's so adorable. He's adorable.
He is a cutie.
Recently, whenever I'm eating, especially around the afternoons or the evenings, he wants to sit in my lap right when I'm eating.
Yes.
It's so weird.
She'll just sit on the couch and be like, oh, available lap. Plop.
Yep. Plop.
We're like, and Floyd's taking a nap.
And there are times where he just takes a long nap, and I'm like, I gotta go.
Right on your lap. And he's like, no, you don't, human. You can just sit there. It's fine.
Don't do homework. Just love on me.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Renee. Good to see you guys. Okay, so anyway, that was my crappy experience with learning that I am not an astronomer. I'm glad that there are other people who are way better at that sort of thing than me. William's wondering in here like he wants something. What do you want?
What do you want? What do you need?
No, he's going to leave us. Apparently, he's too important for us tonight.
He's too camera shy tonight, folks.
He's actually not feeling that well tonight, so we let him off the hook anyway. Besides, baby had things to say. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's been too long.
It has been too long. So anyway, let's see. A couple of other things to catch you guys up on. So today we got, I'm actually really excited for everyone going to RT. Today we got approval for the bag and the bag graphic. For those of you who've been to an RT, you know that Sylvia Day and I always co-sponsor the registration bags. And we design them, we choose them, we order them, and they come to the conference, and the nice volunteers stuff them with all the goodies you get. And, you know, everybody carries them around the conference for the duration usually. And so this year we're doing things a little bit different. We have put, Rachel, bless her, has put together this great design. I think it's gorgeous. And the bags will be a different color this year. So we're super interested if you've had the bags of the past. They are going to look a little bit different this year. Still similar style bag, but I kind of like that we're going to do something a little bit more, I don't know, fun. So anyway, if you're going to Reno, then that is something to look forward to. Hi, Laura. Glad you could join us.
You haven't missed a thing. Don't
worry.
Nope,
we're just still chitting and
still
chatting.
Getting started.
So let's see. And we'll actually post probably what that looks like in the near future. As soon as we get the A-OK from Joe Carroll and the RT folks to post that, we will. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else. Flowers. So you guys, I know you can't see everything. Go grab that if you can.
I'm
can
kind
you
of
do
attached,
that? No, you can't. Never mind.
No, I think I can try.
Okay, well, we're going to do this precariously. So lots of lovely people sent me flowers for my birthday, which was actually really just so lovely. These are from Lexi Blake, which is very sweet. And I got some flowers from Rachel, and I got some flowers from Shannon, which are across the room, and they are beautiful orchids. And I got some flowers from Kristen Proby, and just lovely people who have been so sweet and wanted to wish me a happy birthday. So thank you, Angela. Hi, Shelby. Yeah, it was a kind of a crazy birthday party. It actually ended up being a really lovely evening for the party. Let me back up. The whole weekend was like a tale of two birthdays in a way. So like Saturday was beautiful and idyllic, and we had about 20 people at the house, and we ate Mexican food, and we went through so much vodka.
So much booze.
Oh, so much booze. But what was really nice is I had people from all areas of my life, you know, from my professional life, from my personal life, you know, people who have been lifelong friends. We just had tons of people here.
And everyone got along.
And everyone just gelled really well, and the weather was lovely, and we sat outside a lot of the time and huddled up around some blankets and the fire table in the backyard and just had a really super lovely evening. I really enjoyed that very much. And
really funny drunk conversations.
Some really funny drunk conversations. So
like the whole I'm Batman speech.
Yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we had such a lovely time, and you know, it was a great way to celebrate turning 50. So that was awesome. And then the next day I woke up and Jen and Jacob decided to go ahead and drive back to Kansas so on Monday morning that we could get started working again, because we're still working on the choice. Mm-hmm. And Liz Berry, who had flown in, flew back to Florida. And so, you know, we found ourselves alone, but we seemed to be minus a cat. So I'm like freaking out because it took us about 4 hours to find Fiona. And
it normally doesn't take long.
Yeah, she hides some, but parties, she has like PTSD from parties. She's not used to a lot of people. Oh, there she's going to... She's going to settle in the chair over by my window. So anyway, it's like 4 hours of not being able to find Fiona. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate that.
Here we are, bawling our eyes out because we can't find her.
So upset. And this is my actual birthday, mind you. Sunday was my actual birthday. So
it was a complete nightmare.
We're completely just freaked out. And I actually called Jenna, and she's like halfway home at this point. I'm like, could you pull over on the side of the freeway and look in your trunk? I'm a little bit worried that Fiona might have got in your suitcase.
Do you hear any strange sounds?
Yeah, did you see anything?
It got to a point where I was driving up and down a street. It was that bad.
Yeah, we were walking around. Yeah, Amanda's right. Parties heck, Fiona doesn't like guest periods. She just kind of freaks out with people. She's not much of a people person. Yes, until you give her love. That's true. Fiona's more motivated by love. Floyd is totally motivated by food. If you ever break into my house, Fiona might scratch you to death, but just give Floyd food. It's fine.
Yeah. if you can sit on the couch, then great, even better.
Yeah. So that was that. She finally, and we had taken multiple passes through the house looking for this cat.
And after 4 hours,
yes, finally, we all went and looked. I went and looked under a chair that I had looked under before, and suddenly she was there. And I was like,
oh my God.
Yes, thank God, Fiona. Now I can sort of relax. But then weirdly, in the afternoon, I kind of felt like I was getting the flu. So we didn't even go anywhere for dinner. I literally laid on the couch for my birthday, and I'm actually, by the time my birthday's in the evening, my actual, I was born, so I'm laying in bed by then, and my mother calls me, and she, you ever seen the movie City Slickers, and Billy Crystal at the very beginning of the first one, and his mother calls him at 4 whatever in the morning and gives this speech about, I remember when, blah, blah, I was delivering, and about this time the doctor was saying, blah, 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 blah. My mom did that, and she's not usually sentimental, and she doesn't normally do that, but this year I got, about this time, of course, the story I always get is, 5 minutes before you were born, we were playing cards, and then the doctor said maybe I should check you, and then he was like, oh, you're dilated, we're going to have a baby. She said, and then you were born, and I was like, who has a 5-minute labor? Why didn't I get the 5-minute labor? Who does this? I don't even like my own mother. So anyway.
Overall,
You love that movie, Darlene? I do too.
Overall, I felt really bad because it was your birthday, and it was basically the worst birthday on earth for you. And I mean, that's...
You know what? The night before had been so awesome, and
yeah,
it was
I'm glad for that.
Low-key, and that was what I wanted.
But it wasn't your actual birthday, and I wish we were able to do something for your actual birthday.
Well,
that was just a nightmare.
Yeah, it was mostly by then that, Fiona killed half the day. And
Shame on you, Fiona. Shame.
And feeling like I had the flu killed the other half. But you know what? 2 hours labor, I don't even like you, Beth.
No.
I was like...
How many hours?
About 12, and that's when they said, oh, I think that we're just going to have a C-section. Mm-hmm. It was like, nifty.
Did not want to come out.
You didn't. Oh, my gosh.
I was born 6 pounds, 1 ounce, and at 6:01 p.m.
That's true.
Isn't that so precise?
They had to, pry you out, but hey.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah, Shannon, you're right. How is that fair? Cards and 5 minutes of labor. She's like, and I said to her, didn't you feel contractions? She goes, I don't know. It kind of felt a little bit like menstrual cramps. I'm like, who are you?
Oh, Elsa says she didn't go through any
labor. Scheduled C-section. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I had known I was going to end up there, I would have just scheduled the shit too, instead of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to the hospital for them to try to Pitocin drip me. It was like a whole thing. Yeah, I understand, Nikki Ann. I get it. 36 hours with your son, Kimmy? I know somebody who did that too, and I'm like, Chrissy, we're sisters, man. That 12 hours of labor sucked.
Love you.
I love you
so
too.
Much.
But the funny thing is how many people say, oh, once the baby comes, you forget your labor. And it's like, no, I'm sorry. Hence one of the reasons you're the only one, because I was never going to forget that.
And then William was like, let's have another one. You're like, no. We're done.
I'm good. The factory shut down, y'all.
Bring on, okay.
Yeah. William has asked for the beauty segment over menstrual cramps.
That's something that doesn't happen every day.
That's awesome.
Brittany says you never forget.
You never forget. Thank you. My mother-in-law said she forgot, and I'm like, I don't even know who you are right now. Mm-mm. So, let's see. But we did have, like I said, a lovely party. Amanda did not feel well, and I'm sorry that you couldn't make it, but we did have a lovely time.
Sad face tear emoji.
Sad face tear emoji, it's true. Okay, so look at us. We're off to a roaring start tonight.
Apparently William wants makeup.
William wants makeup?
Makeup, damn it.
I'm going to give that man exactly what he asked for. Okay, so you have some items this week.
Shuffle them, I don't care.
Okay, so I'm going to give you... Okay, here. There's your stuff.
I got... Okay, so...
Is this yours?
Yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
Like
I knew it wasn't mine. And you want that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you do an item and I'll do it. We'll do it like Christmas. We'll take turns.
And talk about how we feel.
Talk about how we feel about it. No.
And we can reflect over it.
Look at Laura. Yay, makeup.
So this is a palette from Christian Siriano, and it's a nude palette. I got this for Christmas.
Well, no, you didn't get it for Christmas. So in my obsessive craziness, I found this. It was a palette that they picked up for the holidays at Walgreens. And somebody was saying, I saw a YouTuber who said that this was actually a really good palette. So I bought it. It's more baby's colors than mine.
Mm-hmm. And I love these colors. I use about 3 of them, but I'm hoping I get to use more.
You will. I think it's just going to take you some time to be adventurous with them. But
I had to clean the top because it had a whole bunch of lipstick on it. That's when you use.
Let me see something. Super. So, what is the feel of this? Like, is it?
The pigmentation is really very good.
Oh, that isn't bad.
I love using this color because it's a very dark pink.
This one or that one?
This one.
Okay.
This is more like a brown. I used the brown for my transition color.
Here, I'm just going to show you. There's a matte and there's a shimmer, so you can see both of them. Mm-hmm. But that looks really nice, and the shimmer especially was very buttery, so that went on nice. I'm actually impressed. Mm-hmm. So YouTube didn't steer me wrong for once. No. That's a good thing.
No, they did not.
Okay.
I just love this thing.
I know you do. So and you know what? I like that the casing is metal and not cardboard. So that's actually kind of cool. Can I show the colors again? Where did I find it? I got it at Walgreens at the time. I don't know if they have it anymore. Here, take the plastic off.
I like the plastic.
I know, but
takes care of
she wants to see the...
Yeah, I know.
There you go. So that's what the colors look like. And they're very neutral, leaning to slightly warm.
I wear some of them for school every day because it looks very practical.
It does. And they are fairly nude, and I think you can. Do they blend pretty well too?
Oh yeah, I mean for some of these shadows that I like to use, they're very easy to go on. If I really don't want to do a whole bunch.
Yeah, you said you have like a super almost no makeup look.
Yeah, I got a number one go-to look, and it's super easy.
It does a little bit like Naked 3, don't you think, Shannon? You have
it's
Naked
a little
3.
More. Yeah, I do. I just don't use it all that often because I just like this so much better.
Okay, that's interesting. She likes it better than Urban Decay.
Then again, I will say I haven't been able to try the Naked all that much. I haven't been able to experiment.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to talk about, I've got quite a few things to talk about because I had quite a beauty haul last week.
Oh, you certainly did.
I did, and I've got another one coming because,
Your head says no.
But my heart always says yes. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is a new primer, and I have it on tonight. This is a first impression of this primer. It is the Too Faced Proactive Nourishing Hangover RX with coconut water, and it says it's probiotic-based ingredients, skin revivers, and it's silicone-free. So for any of you that are oily, this might actually work for you. It feels hydrating. It smells fantastic because coconut, right? This is the bottle. It's a white primer. It goes on clear. I don't know that it was necessarily any better than any primer I own. Makeup seemed to go on well tonight, but I'm also wearing a foundation and a serum that I know work well with most of my foundations. So I will probably leave this on for another, 3 or 4 hours until I actually crash. And at least then I will have had my makeup on for, 5 or 6 hours, and I'll be able to tell what the kind of wear is and what the lasting properties of this are and whether it's actually worth something other than a glorified moisturizer. So I know the smell of coconut is so awesome, and I am enjoying the sister spray that goes with it, which is also the Hangover RX, and it's like the 3-in-1 spray, but it smells like coconut. It's just like fantastic. Bye, Kimmy. Hope you have a good week. Hope to see you next week.
And speaking of week, I cannot wait for the weekend.
Why?
Because I love the weekend.
Okay.
It's my favorite part of the week.
All right, move on with your bad self.
Oh, I can't decide which one should I do.
Well, I was doing them kind of chronologically in the way I put them on, if that helps.
Oh.
So you're a little bit ass backwards, but...
I'll do this one because I like it a lot.
Okay.
So I love Tart, and I always have, but mainly with eyeshadows. Never a fan with blush or anything else.
Yeah.
However,
what shade is it?
It is this is a blush, and it's called Party. Yes, I said party because it has 3 A's on it.
P-A-A-A-R-T-Y.
Yeah.
Okay.
Party!
So swatch it on your hand so they can see what it looks like on the skin, and then hold your finger up.
It looks like a pale color, but it has very high pigmentation. It doesn't it's not loose or anything like that.
It's a matte blush.
It's like
it doesn't
a matte blush.
have a glow to it. So if you like a matte blush and you don't want it to have a luminescent quality, I have a couple of these Tarte blushes and they all are nice. They go on well. They blend out well.
I use this. I'm wearing it right now because I love it.
Yeah, it looks
I
good
can
on
put
you.
on a little bit and it shows up immediately.
Yeah.
Because I've had experiences with other blushes where they just don't show up for crap. It's nice to have something that actually stays for longer than 3
minutes.
3 hours. I mean, sometimes I'm at school for maybe 7 hours and it just everything completely fades.
Are you setting spray too?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you need a better blush. Okay. So let's see. I am going to talk about next. I'm wearing this tonight. This is, and I think I talked about this a little bit last week, the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. That's the bottle. This has an SPF of 20 in it, so if you're outside, it will protect you a little. I don't know that I would lay out with this or anything, but you know what I'm saying. It says it has a brightening complex. It's for all skin types. Mm-hmm. I bought this in the color LC1. I've decided perhaps that I'm going to veer away from, at least in the winter, foundations in the light neutral and go back toward foundations in the fair category. So this is the fairest one they have, I believe. It's also got a cool undertone, which completely matches my skin tone. She's more of a warm undertone. So it's interesting. We're both wearing fair foundations, but yeah.
Aren't I pale?
Amanda, what is this setting spray thing? Oh, I've talked about setting spray. I'm going to have to chastise you about that. So anyway, this will be about the 3rd or 4th time I've worn this. I will say I wore this the night of my party. It's I feel like it goes on easy. It's got what I like about it, and I know some people don't. It's got this huge doe foot applicator, so it literally looks like a giant glorified concealer. Hi, Nancy. But I actually really like this. It goes on super easy. You just kind of go like this a couple of times. I take my kabuki brush. You can take a beauty blender, whatever works for you, and just kind of dab around. It seems to blend out pretty easily. It lasts pretty well. It really, I feel like it does have some brightening something to it, because I every time I put this on, I feel like, love.
For the concealer I use, I have the same brush, and I just love that applicator because it's so easy to put on.
Yeah, we're sharing our one bottle of Tarte Shape Tape right now because we both decided we needed fair, and we both had a light one, and I realized...
And we realized we were turning orange.
Yeah, well, and it was actually darker than my skin tone in a light neutral, and it was oxidizing on you and turning orange, so...
It was really weird.
This is so funny, you guys. So I'm pale, but... The fair, and we're both wearing this tonight, actually. Mm-hmm. But just to show you how fair the fair is, that's fair. You guys, it's
bad.
There, it's really fair.
It's really bad.
But for whatever reason, that seems to work with both of us, especially in the under eye area. It doesn't cover everything for me. I know a lot of beauty bloggers love that. So Lisa, you may have one of two issues if it's oxidizing on you. It's either too dark for you, or it has the wrong undertone for you. It's one of the things I do like about Shape Tape. You can buy them in undertones. So I had bought light neutral. I think maybe I needed to have just this fair. I'm also ordering a fair neutral to see if that undertone is any better. We'll give it a whirl. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them just say fair, medium, light, and you don't know whether that's warm or cool or whatever. And if you're one or the other trying to force the wrong undertone on it, could actually be detrimental. If you're, really pink complected and you try a concealer that has lots of orange in it, that's never going to be a good thing. It's just not for, see, I'm pale too. So you might try something with, that's just a straight, fair Shape Tape. Like I said, because it comes in the undertone, you can actually pick the undertone you want. So you might try fair or fair neutral and see.
And it also blends very well.
It does.
I love it.
I like it a lot. I definitely like to have I just went blank. I like to have a some sort of primer under my eyes, like a blurring primer, because I think Shape Tape can be a little drying under your eyes, but if you get some sort of blurring primer under your eyes, it'll blend out like a dream at that point. So, let's see. Yeah, you're very pale too, Stephanie. Yeah, I get you. I feel you. I do. Okay, what you got?
So I love lipsticks.
She is a lipstick whore.
I'm a lipstick whore because I'm always looking for the good lipstick that I'm a big fan of, like the dark pink lip or anything that looks really sexy to me. I just grab it. So this is called Dose of Color. Dose. You're
making
it
like fragile, exactly.
So this is called Dose of Color, and the color is called Mondays. I was at Ulta the other day and I saw this on display and I was like, oh my god, I have to have it. I'm wearing it right now. So this is the color. She's tried it. It looks brown on her.
It looks so kind of like plummy on her. On me, it looks like literally somebody melted a chocolate bar and put it on my... It's so strange that our skin tones change. It's so bizarre.
It's very bizarre, but I love this, and the applicator is so pretty.
It's a liquid matte, but it's not super drying. It's fairly comfortable.
Yeah, and the best part is it's one of those mattes that the second you put it on, it immediately dries.
Yeah, so no like waiting for it to dry and it's smearing in the meantime and whatever. Karen had a question, what's good for pores? Do you mean from a primer perspective or something else? I want to make sure I answer your question properly. Baby looks like she can wear all the colors. She can. She can wear super cool colors. She can wear super warm colors.
To a certain extent.
Well, yeah, the only thing that you don't look good in is like... Lavender. That washes you out, and I don't know why.
One other thing I'd say about this lipstick is that if you have dry lips or you want to make sure that the matte doesn't entirely dry out your lips, I always put on a gloss right before I put it on and let it sit.
Like a balm or a gloss?
Like a gloss.
Really?
And it's like a clear gloss, and I let it sit for a minute or two and do whatever else I need to do to my face. And then at the very end, after putting on my mascara, I put my actual lipstick on if it's a matte.
Okay.
So...
Sometimes some matte lipsticks won't play well with a gloss or a balm or anything that's got any oil to it at all because it breaks it down, but some do, and I'm going to talk about another one that does also.
Christina, I got this from Ulta.
Yeah, I've seen Dose of Colors at Ulta because I have 2 of their eyeshadow palettes. She bought a lipstick.
Yes, I have 2 Jeffree Star lipsticks. Although I have to say, the one that actually looks like a rocket.
Yeah.
It's like really hard to get through my lips because it's so stiff.
Okay, interesting.
And I'm like to the point where I'm almost afraid I'm gonna break it.
And the other one is kind of orangey, right?
A little bit. I wasn't a fan.
Really? Yeah, you just you picked.
I mean, the one looks like a rocket. I love the color, but it's just so hard to get it on.
Sometimes what you have to do is warm it up in your hands a little bit. Try that and see if that. Anyway,
Hi, Dawn.
Let's see. I'm also going to talk about a couple of things. I'm gonna go through a couple of things. So this is also Physicians Formula. This is called Rose All Day. It's an oil-free serum, and this has a brightening and tightening complex, it says. What I'll say about this is if you feel like your skin's gotten a little, like you don't have any glow to your skin, or gee, it's been a long winter and I haven't had any sun and I feel like my skin's just kind of sallow and I look like I could use a little bit of oomph or zhuzh to my skin. So this is what's interesting about this. I'm not a fan of the dropper. I'm just going to say that right off. The product itself is probably a little too thick for a dropper like this. But what I'm going to show you is, so this stuff goes on super white, if you can see that right there.
A little goes a long way, in other words.
No, it just goes on super white. But now I'm going to start rinsing or rubbing it in, and I don't know if this will pick up on camera, but it makes contact with your skin and it starts turning kind of slightly pink. Now,
I see that. Oh
see?
My God.
It's almost like an iridescent kind of pink to it. And the more you rub, there, you can see a little bit more. Now it's even slightly or pinker. So at any rate, once you get it in your skin, So I don't even know if that will show up on camera. I can see it here, but now I look just slightly rosy, and it really is, rosé all day.
It kind of reminds me of the
and it smells like roses.
Oh my god, I love that.
I know, right?
It reminds me of the It Cosmetics lipstick, the big old tube that you put on your lips, and it immediately adapts to your skin color.
Yeah.
I think it's called Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I actually really like this. I put it on under my foundation tonight also, just because I've done this the last couple of times, and every time I took my foundation on, I feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like bright and awake. That's another thing. I put it, under my eyes, and I feel like I look more awake. So I'm actually liking this, and it's not greasy. It's not an oil. So it's you know what? I have, Beth, some patches of rosacea on my cheeks from time to time, and this kind of, once it dries down, it looks like a glow. It doesn't look pink. I don't know how else to say that. It seems to be pink when you're putting it on. Hi, Anna. But once it dries down, then you just look like really glowy. So it's not going to make you look redder than you are, because trust me, I have those problems too.
Yeah.
So then the other thing I want to talk about is another skincare item. Okay, you didn't get to smell this yet, did you?
I did not.
Okay, so this is the Mario Badescu skincare line, and this is a facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. So it's something that I put on during my skincare regimen in between, say, like a toner and an oil, or a toner and a serum, something to help it sink into my pores a little bit more. And it's better to do that when your face is slightly damp. I do have a water bottle, and I spray with that sometimes, but after a while, water's boring, and this smells pretty. And it was like $7 for 4 ounces. That's what it looks like. Okay, are you ready to smell this? You'll have to tell them how awesome this is.
If it smells like roses, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Okay,
you're going to spray it in my face. Oh, no.
Well, or I'll spray it past your face. It's up to you.
Just spray it in my face. Oh, wow. What is that?
It's roses.
Well, roses got it to my mouth.
I didn't mean to choke you.
It's okay. It's my fault for opening my mouth too soon. God, it smells like roses. Like,
it does.
Right, the 1 second after you put it on.
You can just like the smell of roses. If you don't like roses, this is not for you. And I know there's another one that's something like aloe, cucumber, and thyme, or something like that. I haven't tried that, but I'm actually going to try that one too. Green tea and lavender. I haven't seen that.
For those of you who actually get that spray, be sure to close your mouth. Don't do the dumb thing that I did.
Don't be baby. You know what? Karen brings up a really good point, Dawn, and Beth too, if you have eczema. And I've talked about this product before, but it's been a while. They make it in colors now, which is exciting. It does something called Bye Redness, and they make it in 3 colors now. But it literally has kind of a mustardy undertone. It will completely blend into your skin, and you won't see it, but it will cancel out red like crazy. Brandy, I think both Ulta and Sephora carry that line, so you can pick and choose on that one. They had the 4-ounce bottle, and I think they had like a 6 or 7-ounce bottle that was, I don't know, like $12 or something. But because I had never tried it, I went for the small bottle, and I am actually really enjoying it. So anybody who's got problems with redness, look into It Cosmetics Bye Redness. You can. Some days I don't even wear foundation. If I'm feeling like I'm red right here and I don't want to put on a full face, I literally can just put this on my cheeks. It cancels out my red. You can't tell that I'm wearing it, and I can go on about my day and look like I just have awesome skin without red weird shit. So anyhow, it comes in a little jar, like maybe this size, and about that tall, and it will probably last. I think my first jar lasted me almost a year. So it actually is really, really wonderful. Do not talk new release, Lisa. Okay, I will not do that right now. You can buy it online or in stores, Dawn. Depending on what your skin tone is. I know the original one was something like medium beige or something like that. It was kind of I could get it to work for me, but I bought my most recent jar in porcelain, which is the lightest one, and it blends really well for me now. You've never had to mess with it, Lucky.
No, I've had. No,
I didn't at your age either.
Which probably means I will have to soon.
I don't know. Someday maybe. I don't know. Okay.
I got.
Yeah, you
I got
for it.
Stuff.
Go.
So, I have very prominent dark circles from her.
No, not from me. Well, I mean, I have them, but you got them mostly from Mimi.
From my grandmother. So what do I do to cover it up? Well, I use this. It's a light. It's a
First Aid Beauty.
It's a First Aid Beauty.
Triple eye remedy. I love that stuff.
I love this stuff. If I don't want to put on any makeup at all, I go to this one because it works so well. It hides what I want when it comes to my circles, and I'm able to be like, okay, I look actually alive. Let's go.
So the good thing about this, you guys, is it's both a moisturizer. It's not a super moisturizer, but it does have some moisturize in it. But it also is, and I'll show you. It's got a slightly peach cast to it. So if you're a photographer or you know anything, or a graphic designer, you know anything about the color wheel, when you're trying to cancel out purpley whatever, peach is the color that you want to do it. If you're fair, you want to go more to orange or red if you're darker complected. But it's got just a little bit of this, here you can see it like that.
Laura, it's called First Aid Beauty Eye Beauty Triple Remedy.
And it goes on it's not going to cancel out everything, but it'll cancel out enough that you end up feeling like, hey, I don't look totally dead. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. And it's also very light, especially if you're not into a super lot of makeup, or you just don't have time that day. Mm-hmm. It's great to still have a no makeup day.
Thank you so much, Dawn.
Yes, this is...
I had to, for those who don't know, I am naturally a blonde. I know, it's a big shocker. You would never have guessed it, I know. But a couple years ago, I had gone through what was called Accutane. And I had beautiful, thick blonde hair. And then it got ruined after Accutane. So therefore, I had to cut over 4 inches of hair. And then I decided to go from blonde to brunettes. And then a couple years later, I decided to go full on red. And I've been red ever since.
Okay, the brown just didn't suit her skin as well, and I kept saying, I think you need to be a redhead. I think you need to be a redhead, and I finally talked her into it. And then it's so funny how many people who knew her as a blonde and saw her as a brunette...
They immediately went, this hair. Don't change it.
Never change it. So she has been now a redhead for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. This is actually a darker shade than we were doing. It's and I like it.
I like it too. We decided to go darker. That way, when it fades, it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
So
before it was kind of funky, but this red looks good.
Thank you so much, Dawn. I'm still trying to get used to it, but it's getting easier with every day.
Let's see. It looks like a chocolate-covered cherry.
Oh, yeah. Sweet cherry pie.
It's a terrible song.
I like that song, actually.
I know you do.
Because it's so catchy.
It's so dirty, but you're a blonde naturally, but you want to go red, but you're scared. You know what, Laura? Go to a salon and ask for a demi-permanent color. You don't want a permanent one if you're not scared.
Otherwise, it contains ammonia.
Well, it's not just that. It's a permanent color stays that color. If you get a demi-permanent color, it only lasts
about 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah,
and then it'll just fade. But you have to be careful with red because it fades very fast.
Yeah.
So ever since I turned a redhead, I had to only wash every other day if I could really help it.
Yeah.
And if I had absolutely no choice but to wash my hair, I had to do it under cold water. Otherwise, if you did it with really warm, then you'd lose the color much faster.
Yeah, if you're not the person who has to wash your hair every day or every other day, you'll be able to keep your color a lot longer. She does use some of the red enhancing shampoos and stuff like that because red is just, and you can ask any hairdresser, it's one of the hardest colors to keep in your hair, and it has something to do with the size of the molecules, I've been told. They're some of the smallest molecules, and they don't actually get in the hair shaft as well as, I have blue undertones in my hair, and I can keep the blue a lot longer than she can keep the red, go figure. But at any rate, so go get a demi-permanent color. You're only stuck with it for 6 to 8 weeks, and you'll know probably in the first 2 whether you want to keep it or not.
Yes, Nancy, red hair is the best. I was walking somewhere the other day,
yeah,
and this girl is kind of like on the, I guess, I'm on one side of the street, and she's on the other side, and she's like, fellow ginger! And I'm like, what? Huh? What? Oh, hey!
Hey! So anyway, yeah, What was the color we used? I don't know. The hairdresser.
Yeah, it was like a dark red.
Yeah, it was like a dark auburn something. Anyway, Eve, yeah, she has the John Frieda shampoo that you can get at Walgreens or Walmart or Target or whatever. There are some other ones. I know I've seen quite a few at Ulta. It's one of those things where I think if I had a do-over, I would probably go on Ulta or Sephora or something and then do a search for a red boosting shampoo and then sort the results by the top-rated items and see what the best ones were. I know Amanda says she has great luck with Aveda. I have crappy luck with Aveda. My hair just doesn't like it. Both her kids are Stephanie's kids are gingers. That's cute. Aww.
I realized I really love being a ginger.
Yeah, it looks good on you.
It brings new opportunities. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, and I have one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
So
I've got like 3. No, I've got 5.
As you all may know, that she is always on the quest for the love of her life. That is
the Eternal Foundation.
The Eternal Foundation, which is a never-ending journey.
My holy grail item. I know.
So, and I'm more of kind of a one foundation at a time kind of girl. So,
how are you, my child?
I recently had to go down a shade in a Milani foundation.
Up a shade.
Because
the other one we had was that used to be that Milani foundation. The lightest one they had was called Vanilla, and so this one they finally started making lighter ones. What is it?
It's called the
no, the shade. What shade is it?
It's the
light.
I said light.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. 00B as in boy. So now they make a lighter shade. It's actually a really pretty fair shade. She's wearing it tonight.
I'm a big fan of it because
I think it's a good
goes
foundation.
on very easily. It comes out of this little dispenser, and it's so easy to just put on my hand, take my finger, do this, and it's very easy to also blend, especially with my kabuki brush. Love my kabuki brush too. I just recently discovered I had a kabuki brush.
The other thing about this, guys, this is like it's a less than $10 foundation. Hi, Trav! This is a less than $10 foundation, so if you're looking for a good drugstore alternative, this stuff lasts for hours. I've used it. It blends well. It's got a nice neutral undertone. You won't feel too orange or too pink, or like you'll look fine. It's actually a really nice foundation.
I think Tay-Tay would agree if you know who I mean.
Yes, of course.
Tay-Tay.
E-Salon Online is great. I've wondered about that. I almost actually tried a box of color from Madison Reed just to say that I have, because I'm super curious what that's like. But it's interesting to know that E-Salon Online is good because, my hair is, I don't do it very often. I mostly do it just to get blue in it. My hair is actually really super dark anyway, so I don't have to mess with it as often as she does.
No, you usually just have to get it done maybe once every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it. I mean, because that's your natural color.
Pretty much. So it's loads of fun. So anyway, let's see. I'll race to the next couple things so we can get to questions, you guys.
Okay.
So I have, because I'm a flaming eyeshadow whore, so I have a couple of things to talk about. I'll talk about what I'm wearing tonight, and I had seen a YouTuber talk about this, and I bought it, and I stuck it in my drawer, and I completely forgot. So this is a Wet n Wild palette. If you guys didn't know, they've just reintroduced everything, and so these are the new palettes, and I have to give them credit because they have 2 great matte transition shades in every one of these like kind of mega palettes. Getting them open is a bitch.
It's this little thing. You gotta push up on it.
So this is a palette called Nude Awakening. I also have another one called Rose in the Air. I haven't opened it yet.
You're in for a nude awakening.
Yes, apparently I am. So this is what I have on tonight. I'm actually really pleased with it. I think it went on well. It blended well. The pigmentation was pretty decent. Good night, Brittany. And I think this was like $4.99, you guys. I ordered this from the Wet n Wild website, and if you get on their mailing list, they have sales all the time. I think they just had a sale the other day. It was like 24% off of everything on their site. So if you, like I said, and if you just go to their website and sign up to get their emails, you'll get notifications of sales all the time. So what was cheap is now even cheaper. Hi, Janet. How are you?
I have the same palette, just in different colors, and I have to agree on everything you said.
Oh, you got the comfort zone one.
The comfort zone one.
Do you like it?
I like it, especially with one of the colors that says transition color, and I'm like, okay, it's good.
Now you know what to do with it.
Now I know what to do. Because I had the hardest time with eyeshadows, because I'm like, okay, this is the crease. Wait, hold up. What's the transition?
No, you know what you do? You get into a rut, and you do the same thing over and over and over again.
That's the only thing I know how to do.
No, you know how to do a lot. Good Lord. Hi, Becca. How are you?
One of the things I've been waiting for all night.
I know. So I want to talk about, this is my new baby.
This thing legit smells like chocolate. It's dangerous. If you like chocolate, run away.
Because you'll run away. Chocolate.
You'll be like, ah.
So this is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon Palette. There's like a chocolate bar and a chocolate gold and all kinds of. Thank you, Becca. Oh, Janet, that's awesome. And Janet, the blush that we talked about on the cruise, before I forget to tell you again, is a blush by a company called NARS, and you can get this at either Ulta or Sephora. And it's in the shade, you'll love this, Orgasm. It's peachy pinky. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. It's got a little bit of a glow, so you'll look like radiant. I'm actually not wearing it tonight. I'm wearing a similar shade, but it's from Becca. NARS is the number one selling blush. I can't even talk today. I got up too early for that damn moon. Anyway, so go hunt one of those down. I think you can even buy the testers. It's in a little case about this big by that big, and it's much cheaper than buying the full-fledged one, which is more blush than you'll probably ever use in your lifetime. I'm pretty sure I own 2 of these, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do with all this blush? But they're pretty. So anyway, if you can find a smaller one, I want to say they're like $12 or something, and you'll get a feel for whether you like it or not right away. But I actually think it's a great blush. So I'm telling you, and I'll send you a picture if you need me to. I'm more than happy to do that.
Brandy said she just bought the white chocolate for her daughter.
I know, and I bought another chocolate palette.
That's dangerous. That's really dangerous.
I bought one of the. Yes, this is my daughter, Becca. This is baby. She is 20.
I'm the mini me.
Yeah.
If anyone asks, I'm the mini me.
It smells. It does smell good. I have to give Too Faced so much props for their amazing packaging, but it does smell like chocolate. This is crazy. Okay.
I had their other palette, the peach palette, and it smells like freaking peaches.
It does. Even after like a year you've had this. So this is cute. Besides having the like raised hearts on the front, I think you can probably see that. What I really dig about this
Of course, Dawn. Good night. Good
night. All these colors. These are great colors. I've used it twice. They blend like amaze balls, you guys. This is... I'm not even kidding. This shade right here, I have this in another Too Faced palette.
Hi, Chris.
Satin Sheets is absolutely gorgeous. Hi, Chris.
Janet says her son Chris says hi.
And this shade is called Sprinkles. It's like another pale shimmer shade. Like there's so much pretty stuff here. I can't even. And even the mattes are beautiful. This is a shade called Bordeaux right here.
You know what Savannah is saying?
Huh?
She said you can dip a plain lip balm in your blush and color your lips.
I have heard that. Almost like a lip stain. So that would be kind of cool. So anyway, these, and there's one more. Do I have a clean finger? Probably not. Here we go. Oh my gosh, this is so buttery. Here, I'm not flipping you off, but this is cashew.
Sure you are.
Cashew chew. Here, everybody. But like I said, just beautiful, beautiful colors. Like I love everything about this. So at any rate, if you're into some neutrals and they lean a little bit cool, so if you're into that kind of thing, this is a beautiful palette, and I do recommend it because I'm happy with it so far. Last couple of things I'm just going to talk about. I think I've spoken eloquently of my love for, can I borrow the palette indefinitely, Shannon? You do need that in your life, Brandy. It's actually absolutely beautiful. I've spoken at length before about my love for julep eyeliners. These are, you guys, no sag, no drag. They go on so easy. You barely have to touch them to your eyes. If you're worried about those stiff pencils and you're dragging it across your eyelid and it's like tugging away and you're thinking, oh, I'm giving myself more wrinkles. Isn't that awesome? These are, like, seriously, I'm barely going to touch this. Barely. And look,
my gosh.
I've already made quite a line there. This is in the shade, what shade is this? I knew, and now I don't. Oh, Smoky Taupe Shimmer. I know Jenna bought one in bronze shimmer. I have one in a smoky plum that's absolutely beautiful. And of course I have like the standard black, brown, whatever. But
I've always liked Julep with their makeup.
And look at the staying power. Like, I'm rubbing this with my finger. I'm rubbing pretty hard. That has not moved, y'all. That has not moved a lick. So the Julep eyeliners are a big, I don't love everything Julep, but these are a huge win. They're just fantastic. And then the last two things I'm going to share are the lip products I'm wearing, and one I love and one I'm a little about. Oh, Janet, hey, you know, you've come to the right person. You know that I can tell you all the most awesome things in the world.
She would tell you all the secrets.
All the secrets, I will. Delane, I swear to God, I'm actually a Julep maven, so I get it's almost like the Ipsy or Sephora Play box thing. I get a box just from Julep every month, and every time the eyeliners come up in that box, I buy a new one. I buy a different shade than I had before, and I think I have a nice little collection going because I think they're just so awesome. So I'm going to talk about two lip products. I'm wearing them both. One I like, one I'm on the fence. So this is the Physicians Formula Healthy Lip. I talked about it last week in the shade Vitamin Beat, but this is called, I believe it's called Berry Healthy. Is that what that says, Berry Healthy?
Berry Healthy.
Thank you. That's what I thought. The lighting in here is not grand. So this is Berry Healthy. This is, like I said, the one that I've got on right now. I love these because they go on like a matte, but they're not drying. They're not sticky. They're not difficult to wear. You can put a gloss to them. They won't break down. They're not completely transfer resistant, but they're also not that ultra dry matte that, like I've talked about before, gives you butthole mouth. Nobody wants that. I am also wearing the L'Oreal Infallible 8-Hour Pro Gloss, and this shade is Blush.
That's a mouthful.
You know what? Here's what I'm going to say, and I have 4 shades of this because I got them buy one, get one at Walgreens last week. I feel like they're a little thick and sticky, and they have a weird smell. They're beautiful glosses. They do not last 8 hours. I'm just going to say that right now. But I also feel like I got this at Walgreens, Chrissy. They, like I said, they were buy one, get one last week. Buy one, get one half off last week. So I think I got 4 of them for something like, I don't know, $20 or something. They ended up being relatively cheap for 4 of them. So at any rate, I got this color. I got one called Petal. I've got something like Ravishing Berry. Walgreens can be dangerous.
It is dangerous.
You're
like
right.
Once you go in and go into the makeup
I'm
section,
like,
there's no getting out of it.
There's all the things. And then the
Ultra's
other
worse.
one was kind of a nudie, brown, rosy color, and I can't think of the name of it. So at any rate, like I said, I'm on the fence. They're beautiful glosses. They don't last 8 hours, and they have kind of a weird smell and a funny texture. If you can overlook all of that, then great. If not, you might want to pass.
Back up. My name is Baby, as everyone knows, but you can call me Mallory. My name is Mallory.
All of the things.
Right now,
yes,
I am
Laura.
working with William to try and figure out how to put myself on social media. I've yet to do so, but it's in the works right now.
We're working on it. As soon as she gets a break between classes, you will see a Baby Black account, and you can talk to Baby.
And discover all
Ulta
the
is
secrets.
your toy store. Yes. Absolutely.
Ulta's like the candy shop.
Look at
Dad, it's a little too soon for summer, don't you think?
I wish it was summer.
I wish too. Can you take it off me, please?
The Julep eyeliner I have here, Karen, is in the shade Smoky Taupe Shimmer. Yes, Mr. Black is playing. He cray.
Shaking my damn head.
Shaking your damn head. That's right. Okay, so now I have some Q&A. Let's see. Colleen says, I just want to say thanks for all the posts. Love reading them. Would love to participate, but I don't take much time for my own things, so reading the posts feels like I was there. Well, I totally understand. Thank you for reading after the fact, Colleen, and we love to have you anytime you can, and I hope you have a great week. Eve says, what's the most exciting thing you've done since you became an author? You know what? I think every once in a while, we work really, really hard. Yeah, pencil met gel. That's the one, Karen. Sorry, I'm reading your comments as I go. I don't use liquid eyeliner, Eve. I find that it requires something that looks like artistic ability, which I have zero of, and I also, it dries down so fast and it's so black.
And it's also very strong.
It is, and it makes my eyes look smaller. Some people look lovely in it. I'm just not one of those people. So, let's see. What was I saying? So every once in a while, Eve, I have found that we get to do some really awesome things as authors that really have nothing to do with going to conferences or, writing a book or doing book signings or having photo ops or any of that kind of junk. I mean, it's all part and parcel of what happens. But, if you do this long enough, you do enough of it that it's like, oh, I'm going to go do this again. The best things I'm going to say that I do is, as you become an author, there are certain people who kind of speak your language, if you will, and it's other authors who go through the same things that you go through. And so a lot of times what I find is we will find time to go someplace and do something collectively and just have like girl time and author time and just... I don't know how to put it. And then you just have these little golden moments where you're sitting in the sun with a drink in your hand and you're talking shop and people are happy and everybody's like, it's not such a bad life. It's not such a bad life. And I've had lots of those moments with lots of really, really wonderful people. And I've gotten to know some amazing women who are just like strong, smart, incredible, ambitious, take charge, have so much love for these girls. So, I think that's probably the best thing is just having a sense of community and girlhood. I grew up with so many men. I didn't really have that many female friends growing up. So it's probably another reason I prefer to write male characters. I just relate to them more. But as an adult, as an author, getting some of these strong female friendships has been just amazing to me. So let's see. Shannon says, tips for hyperpigmentation because beauty segment. Absolutely. So I'm going to give you two things, Shannon. Three. So there's a product, and I meant to look it up because I can't say it, and it's something like hydroquinine or something like that. I know I'm probably getting it wrong, but it's in that neighborhood. And every time I've ever bought it that's supposed to fade the dark spots from your skin, it doesn't, nor does any of the like cosmetic line cleansers and stuff that I've used that say it's for hyperpigmentation, because really it only just contains some of that ingredient. And I know Chanel has one called LeBlanc, which I had zero success with because I fought this for years. And I'm going to say two things. I finally went and just had it lasered off because mine was hormonal. If it's sun damage, then you can have a lot of success with vitamin C. I saw, and I knew you would appreciate this. I was going to tell you this anyway. I saw a YouTuber today who was showing like a full face, and there's a new Drunk Elephant serum. And I want to say it's kind of like Vita C or something like that. It's got vitamin C somewhere in the title. Firming C, I don't know, something. You can go look it up. But it's a Drunk Elephant product. It's, of course, like all Drunk Elephant products, it's not cheap. But she showed, after 2 weeks of use, her face before she started using it and her face after. And she said she had tons of freckles, and because her mother was a redhead and her father was Filipino. It was very interesting. And that she had sun damage because she loved to be out in the sun and she was not so fond of sunscreen and whatever. So anyway, 2 weeks side by side, and you could visibly see how many fewer freckles she had in 2 weeks. And it wasn't just freckles, it was like sunspots and like clusters of sunspots. And anyway, like Amanda's saying, vitamin C, acid peels, Kiehl's dark spot remover, she's had good luck with. So all of those things, if it's hormonal though, and you need to find that out, if it's hormonal, you just have to have it lasered off because literally nothing's going to touch it otherwise. And then you have to watch out for the sun. Did you have something to add, William?
This is not medical advice.
Okay. Oh, it's not medical advice. And Facebook has nothing to do with this giveaway or whatever.
But just so we know, in the hospitals, that means
right away.
Right away.
Okay. Let's see. Brandy says, I know you've been doing this for 20 years, but what is something you did when you hit it big? Did you buy anything to celebrate or go on a trip? Or some people say they bought the car of their dreams or something like that. Yeah, that's it, Shannon. Drunk Elephant C. Firma. That's the one. Day serum. I mean, it was amazing. These pictures. Let's see. So, you know what? Something I did, and I still have it. I don't wear it every day because I now wear my Apple Watch because it's deeply practical. The first time I hit the New York Times, I bought myself a watch that I had been eyeing, and it was a really, really lovely Gucci watch. And I had my, like I said, I had my eye on it for a really long time. And I thought, it's so silly and so frivolous, and what do I need with this watch? But I did wear it every day for probably 5 or 6 years, and I still do wear it on special occasions because it's one of the prettiest things still that I think I ever have seen, and it's really unusual. I have difficulty finding a jeweler who wants to change the battery, but anyway, that's probably, and William will tell you that when I hit a milestone, I tend to just kind of jump up and down a little bit and then say, okay, well, what's next? Because that's the way I'm wired. But I did want to do that because it was a good excuse to get a really pretty watch. So anyway, that was probably the craziest thing I did after making a list. Let's see.
I think we have a sleepy little girl.
We do. She went to sleep. Linda says, after my recent birthday, do I feel like I fulfilled most of the major accomplishments I'd hoped for by this age, or do I feel like I'm just getting started? You know what? Can I say both? And can I say it depends on what day you ask me? I think some days I just feel like the 12-hour day, 7 days a week, like it gets to me after a while.
It gets to you sometimes.
And sometimes I would like to just sit on the couch for a day just because. But at the most of the time, let's say the few times, like the day that we had the power outage a couple weeks ago, I didn't know what to do with myself.
You lost it that day.
I could not, I think I'm just built to be busy, and I didn't even know what to do with myself. Good night, Debbie. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I still definitely have things I want to do, and I still have lots of stories in my head to write. So I'm going to just keep going until I'm not motivated to go anymore, but I don't see that being anytime in the near future. So,
and you know what? Until that time, we're going to keep supporting you.
Thank you, my dear.
And I think we all agree we are going to support this beautiful little face right here. We say as William is rolling his eyes.
Rolling his eyes, for sure. Let's see. I'm going to butcher your name, and I'm so incredibly sorry. Bente says that she just finished More Than Love You arc and cried at the end.
Aww.
Thank you. Do you ever end up... Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man.
Oh, thank you, Laura. That's very sweet. She says she hand sells my books at work every day. That is so awesome.
Wow.
Thank you.
Jenna says, hell yes.
So, yeah, Bendis says that she cried at the end of More Than Love You. And do I ever end up crying when I write a book or when I write the end because I'm leaving the people in the book? I cry a lot when I write, actually. And William will say that he'll still sometimes come in here and be like, what are you upset about? And
it's like, it's the people in this book.
And I'm so sad. And he's like, oh my God, again.
She mainly cries not because she's leaving the people, but because of what's happening to the people.
I get really, really wrapped up.
Because she knows this has to happen, but it's heartbreaking.
It is.
And yet she knows she has to go along with it.
It is. And sometimes I really struggle with knowing sometimes I've written entire books while I'll dread, like, I know this scene is coming and I have to write it, and then I get there and I'm like, yeah. So anyway. Oh, Janet says, I came in late, so I don't know if anyone asked this question. Finished More Than Love You. Will Evan get his own book? How about Bethany? So I'm glad that you enjoyed More Than Love You. Evan will get his own book. it's out for secret pre-order, and we haven't done a cover reveal yet, so it'll get there. But if you judiciously go out to Amazon, you will see a pre-order for a book in September called More Than Crave You. So yes, Evan will get his own book, and I'm pondering Bethany. I'm cooking something up. We'll see how that goes.
Ooh, I feel for you, Eve.
What'd she
She
say?
drives a school bus. Your books keep her sane.
Oh, yay! Yeah, on a school bus for sure.
Oh, yes.
The worst cry was Rain's kidnapping. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't
that
even tell
broke
you.
my heart. I was like, whoa.
I spent, I think, the whole last almost 2 books of Doms of Her Life, Rain, falling in tears because holy crap, that
was a lot.
That was a lot.
It was like the whole first 3 books all started coming together.
Yeah, exactly. And by the end, I was just like, how is this chick going to cope? How are any of these people going to cope? Like, it was so much coping. So anyway, yes, I cry. And I honestly feel like if I don't at least tear up or something when I'm writing, then I've done something wrong. Karen wants to know, would I ever consider doing the narration for my own audiobook? Oh God, no. I hate the sound of my voice. And I know, like, Lexi Blake would love to, but she, spent time as an actress and she can do voices, and I don't have any of that talent. I have my one really lousy flat voice that I'm not that fond of. So,
Come to do a British accent.
I could if I had to, but no, that's not even the right one. I see, I'm not even, like, I have to sit there and think about it.
So you're saying you could if you had to?
Yes.
She's saying she could, she had to.
Yeah. But I'm just, not always, that's just not my talent, y'all. Sorry. I wish I could. And besides which, when I had people like Christian Fox, I don't know why I would. He's way so much better. Yeah, I kind of did go down into the Scots more than...
A little bit. I can't, whenever I think of, like, Irish or Scottish accents, I think of Christian Fox when he does Liam. Oh.
Yeah, he does
it breaks my heart. He gives until it hurts.
If it's not Scottish, it's
crap.
Yeah. To name another
crap.
SNL skit that we've listened to a lot. Okay, and Jen asks, what is my romantic dream? Thank you for everything you've written. What are William and I doing? Anything special on Valentine's Day? William is my romantic dream. He's
Who are you, Fabio?
Fluffing his hair.
Apparently William thinks he's Fabio.
He apparently does. What are you, Dr. Evil now? $1 million.
Excuse me, I had to go vomit now.
So, it's really funny. I actually am probably one of the least romantic romance writers. I'm certainly one of the least sentimental romance writers you'll probably ever meet. I don't know that I have a romantic dream. I have things that I enjoy, and it's changed throughout my life. I'm kind of at the point in my life now where, the most wonderful Valentine's Day in the world just sounds to me like a day where we would cuddle on the couch and go, like, out to have lunch and just get the chance to talk about, something that we want to talk about and spend time together that's not interrupted by phone calls or fire drills or any other crazy, but that's probably not going to happen.
Why don't you ask me what mine is?
Okay, what's yours, William?
You having my baby.
I had it. See? Look.
The finished product, baby.
That's right. Woo!
I will have to say...
Plus, for good measure, you got 2 fur balls. You're welcome.
I would say, when I think of Valentine's Day, I've been doing this since about a year ago. I've done this thing where I order a pizza, get as much junk food as possible, and I watch romantic movies all day long.
She does.
Because it's kind of a comfort thing. The number one go-to for me when I first started is Pride and Prejudice. And then I go to My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh, yeah.
And then I go to 16 Candles. I
Yes.
mean, it's like...
Yes.
It's like at least 10 movies in one day.
I think, I just did, in fact, on my birthday, toward the evening, I did a Jane Austen fest. So
a whole Jane Austen binge.
I did a back-to-back Pride and
Pride and Prejudice and then Sense and Sensibility.
And she sat with me for a lot of it, so that was nice.
I mean, who would miss out on Pride and Prejudice?
I don't know.
And Darcy, man.
Darcy. Darcy.
Love me some Darcy.
I know. So, that's kind of, I would love to hear what Valentine's Day, like, give me some great ideas. If you guys are more creative than me, I really suck at holidays. Like, I get so busy working that I forget to, like, look up and actually think that there's a holiday coming. So if you guys have some great, like, Valentine's Day ideas, like, shoot it. I want to know.
Amanda says, without me? Of course, not without.
Wait, you were sick, yeah.
Yeah, of course, not without Mary Jo.
Half the world is going to the 50 movie, if what social media says. Yeah, I don't know. William went with me to the first one, and he said after that he was going to skip after that.
I'm actually kind of.
We've seen the first two.
I've seen Eclipse just came out the other day, and I watched it, and I'm like, these are actually really cool.
So, Laura, did you watch the Keira Knightley version or the A&E BBC version? I'm curious. Shannon,
come on.
It's
the very last movie. Come on.
Get a little romantic. The Walking Dead is not romantic, woman.
I'm a zombie. I'm so romantic. Let me eat your brains because I love you.
Keira Knightley, that was the one I watched too. I have the other one, but it takes like 12 hours to watch or something crazy. So
it's like the BBC one, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've yet to watch that.
But it's the one with Colin Firth.
Yeah,
I like both. I mean, I don't know. It just takes so long to watch the Colin Firth version. That's all.
Mr. Bennett, how can you tease me so? Do you have any compassion on my poor heart, my poor nerves?
Karen, I won't say that we go all out for Valentine's Day either. I mean, all told, we've been together for 30...
Since 1902.
Yeah. 30 some odd years. Like, I can't even count that. 33 years this year. So,
we will do a nice Valentine's dinner, but probably not that night just because it's so nutty.
Yeah, that's the other thing we've learned over the years. We never do anything on Valentine's Day. He doesn't send flowers on Valentine's Day. We don't go out to dinner on Valentine's Day. It's just so crazy and crowded. And half the time you don't get your flowers if you want them delivered. So we do it on some other day, and honestly, it actually feels plenty romantic to me. The Walking Dead is romantic. It is not romantic, damn it.
BS.
What am I going to do? And we still get along amazingly. That's right, Amanda. Sharknado. That's right, Janet. You tell her.
When in doubt, Sharknado.
Alrighty. So that's where we're at. And we always seem to end like at 9:20. What is that? I don't even know. The new standard, 9:20. I don't know. I know it's late for some of you guys, so I thank you for staying in with us. Next week we will... Oh, there's a couple things I want to tell you guys about before I forget. There will be a surprise next week. I'll tell you more about it. It'll be fun stuff.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a frog?
It is not a frog.
Damn it!
So...
Disappointments.
So, a surprise next week. We'll start talking a little bit more about More Than Love You. I think we had... Shannon, did we not have another excerpt go out on the Secrets blog in the last week or so? I think we did. My blogs are running together. But I think we have something else out there. If you haven't read it, go sneak out there and read. And let's see, what else? I think that's it for right now, but you never know. I will have more to say next week, because I always do.
Can't wait to see your late Holidays with Bells.
Yes. Oh, Holidays with the Bells. Well, I'll see them one more time before Holidays with the Bells.
I would say we look forward to seeing
Yes,
them.
but we always look forward.
Shannon said one night she was cold and she almost grabbed the shark blanket.
You know what?
To cover up her got scared, so grab the can blanket.
That shark blanket is plenty warm. You cuddle up with that shark. That's why you have it, honey.
I watched from afar, but...
Lisa, the audio release for More Than Love You will actually be also February 13th, which is the same day as print and audio. So it's just... Audible doesn't necessarily release the pre-order to... Or I'm sorry, Tantor, who is the audio publisher, doesn't necessarily release the pre-order to Audible, and it's on Amazon, but they don't release it till Audible until the day it goes live, and I don't know why that is, but it will be coming out February 13th also. You can tell I'm getting tired, and I got up at the ass crack of... It's before dawn, like I'm losing my brain now.
Right there with you.
Okay.
We can finish this strong. Let's do this.
We can do it. Okay, so Jenna's going to take Shannon by the hand, and they're going to go watch Jaws.
But 2 notes.
Jaws is on sale for
And you
$5
got a
on
villain.
iTunes right now.
Is it really? Oh, well, hot tip from William. He says Jaws is on sale right now on iTunes for $5.
Hi,
so.
Regina.
Hi, Regina. Good night, Janet. PM me with whatever your questions are, and I will get back to you, sweetie. Everybody else, have a lovely week, and we will talk to you next week, and I'm looking forward to it. And we'll talk more about More Than Love You and Valentine's Day and Holidays with the Bells. And William's going to do a dance.
Dance, baby, dance.
It's like an angry South Pacific
Stand
Islander
up,
dance. Oh, now
stand
he's
up.
going to walk like an Egyptian. Okay. William
Stand
can't dance, so we're going to stop now. Good night, ladies. I hope everybody has a great
Good night,
week.
everybody.
And we will talk to you next week. In the meantime, happy weekend. Happy reading. Bye.
Bye.